Lesbian detectives, unsolved cases. She's still missing. Yeah, they haven't found her yet. Well, let's talk about it.
They say he vanished without a trace. Could it be a psychotic break or a tragic accident? Police don't know where the body went. Unsolved murders, body still missing. That's unheard. Where's the witness? Lesbian detectives, what's going on? City on high alert, this out the norm. He did what, the who? Man, that ain't real, these crimes ain't true. Then come uncover these theories with us. We live right now, tuning in is a must.
Right now, lesbian detective, lesbian detective. We about to start the show, so get your popcorn ready, let's go. Pay attention to the message I present to you, the lesbian detectives.
This is Lesbian Detectives. I'm Sierra.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And we are here to talk about missing and unsolved murders.
We are discussing cases that you have forgotten about or never even heard of.
So sit back, relax, and let's start this podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you all came back to listen to our little podcast. And thank you for returning, or if you're new, thank you for joining. We had a long weekend. I am tired.
So am I.
I went out with friends to a wine bar. Then the next day, we went to the petting zoo as a family. And then my wife, she like, I'm going to visit my mom. She was gone for like 7 hours. She really was visiting her mom, guys. She wasn't cheating. But her and her sister like haven't seen each other in like months. And they were just like talking and hanging and drinking. And then Sunday, we were just defeated.
I asked Alexa this morning, should I go to work, heads or tails? It said tails. Tails was to stay, but you made me go, so.
Should I tell the people why I told you to go?
Because of my attendance.
Yes, guys, she had like 3 points against her. And it's like, what, 8? You get fired? Or how many is it?
10.
10 and you get fired. And then she just lost a point because she had 4 at first. So she just lost one. And I'm like, girl, you just lost a point. You about to gain another one. But we did take off a Monday because we have a busy weekend coming. We're like, okay, let's just take off that Monday to regroup. We're still going to let our daughter go to daycare so we can get like some relaxation. So that's, and I know daycare, like people like, I don't agree with them. Like sometimes
You need it.
just need that babysitter. Yeah, whew. I hope you guys like this case. I was going to do it as a true crime 1 minute, and then I started looking more into it. I'm like, oh, no, this case has to be on the podcast. First of all, it was too long to be a true crime 1 minute, and also, it's amazing. And I have to tell somebody that I just found out somebody actually inboxed me. A case that I covered on True Crime 1 minute, she was actually found alive.
Nice.
It was a young teenager, and I will put the case in the description so you can get it. I just found out right now. I haven't got all the information, but all I know is that she ran away from home and they found her in a whole different state in the foster care system.
Wow.
So I still haven't got all the information yet, but guys, it was shocking that some case that I covered was actually solved.
Awesome.
Now let's get into the episode. Today's case is about a mystery that still haunts a small town. She was young, full of life, and deeply loved. A mother, a sister, and a daughter. Her laughter was contagious. Her kindness was unmatched. But one cold February night, she vanished. Her belongings remained untouched. Phone, keys, purse, yet she was gone, as if the night had swallowed her whole. The man who claimed to love her, he said she just walked away, taking only a hoodie and some makeup. But those who knew her best refused to believe it. She would never leave her children, never disappear without a word. Days turned into weeks, and a search grew desperate. Then a discovery, deep in a field, miles from where she was last seen, her body abandoned, her arms outstretched, as if reaching for answers. Yet the truth remained elusive. No visible wounds, No clear cause of death, only dark strands of hair clutched in her hand and a single bruise on her chest, a silent testament to a struggle unseen. Time passed and the case faded from the headlines, but the questions never stopped. Who silenced her? Who carried her body to the bare place? And why did the one person who should have searched for her show no fear, no sorrow, only indifference? An arrest came, but it was not for her death, only for disposing of the remains. Another name lingers in the whispers, a man never charged, never questioned. The case was entangled in mystery, lost in the time of a system that should have protected her. Her family still waits. They hold onto hope, onto memories, onto the certainty that someone somewhere knows the truth. She was stolen from the world too soon, but her story is far from over. This is the case of Brittany Tiger. The night was quiet. A cold February wind whispered through the streets of Ida, Oakland. Brittany Michelle Tiger, a vibrant young mother with a heart full of love, had seemingly vanished into the darkness without a trace. Her purse, her phone, and her keys all left behind, as if she just stepped out just for a moment. But she has never returned. Born on June 20th, 1991 in Dallas, Texas, Brittany was the youngest of 3 daughters. She belonged to the Chicago Lakota tribe, her family tracing back to the Dakotas. Her mother often said that Brittany's smile could light up any room. With a talent of drawing, a personality that radiated warmth, she was loved by all who knew her. Family and friends describe her as a firecracker, kind yet fierce, gentle yet full of spirit. Brittany's journey led to Ida, Oklahoma, a small town of 17,000, where she attended school, made longtime friends, and later became a devoted mother. She had 2 children from her previous relationship before marrying Dakota, a man who she had a child with. Their marriage, however, did not last long, and soon Brittany found herself raising her children as a single mother. But she was determined to build a happy life for them. Then, in 2016, Brittany met William Gomez, a man with a shadow past. Will had spent years in prison for robbing a bank with his ex-wife. By the time he met Brittany, he'd been out of jail for over a year. She believed he had turned over a new leaf. Their romance was swift, passionate. Within months, Brittany and her children moved into his home. In April of 2017, about 6 months into their relationship, Will and Brittany applied for a marriage license. But for whatever reason, they changed their mind. Then, a few months later, they reapplied and were married on August 13, 2017. To those looking from outside, they seemed happy, but happiness, it seemed, was short-lived. On the night of February 11, 2018, Brittany's children were away spending the weekend with their bio father. According to Will, he and Brittany had gone to bed early. When he awoke at around 3:30 a.m., she was gone. He claimed she had just walked out on her own, taking only a couple of hoodies and a bag of makeup. Her family did not believe it. Brittany was in contact constantly with her mother and sister. She would have never left without a word. And if she had, why hadn't Will seemed more concerned? Why hadn't he called to check if she was with her mother, just a half mile away? The uneasiness settled into a deep dread. Within days, there was no sign of her. On February 19, Brittany's half-sister Christina Lewis reported her missing. Police questioned Will, but his calm demeanor dismayed them. He claimed she had a habit of disappearing for days at a time. Instead of searching for her, Will left town, claiming he went to Oklahoma to visit his father.
For weeks, Brittany's family searched. They plastered missing posters around town, pleaded for answers, but the silence was deafening. Then on March the 16th, the worst fears were realized. A rancher checking on his cattle stumbled upon a body in a field on County Road 3680, about a mile south of the Colohoma Stomp Grounds. It was Brittany. She laid on her back, her shirt pulled up slightly, her arms stretched above her head. The signs were clear. She had been dragged there, but this was not where she had died. Investigators processed the scene. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation confirmed her identity, but the autopsy provided no closure. The decomposition was too advanced to determine an exact cause of death. No obvious gunshot wounds, no visible stab marks. A contusion on her chest hinted of possible violence, and in her hands, dark strands of hair. But whose? Police ruled out suicide. A small trace of meth was found in her liver, but not enough to cause an overdose. And yet, with no conclusive evidence of homicide, the case stalled. Brittany's family refused to accept the silence. "My sister's case is still ongoing," said Jessica Tyson, her voice thick with grief. "Every time we think we're close to answers, we hit another dead end. But we will not stop. We want the truth." Then 2 years later, a breakthrough of sorts. On March the 6th of 2020, local resident Bodie was arrested for the unlawful disposal of Brittany's body. Witnesses had come forward. One woman claimed he had admitted to moving the body. Another overheard him saying the same thing at an AA meeting. A neighbor reported seeing Bodie and another man carrying a suitcase out of Brittany and Will's home the night she vanished. But who was the other man, and why was he never charged? As Bodie sat behind bars, the case took another unexpected turn. Due to a Supreme Court ruling, Oklahoma law no longer had jurisdiction over crimes involving indigenous individuals on tribal lands. Brittany's case was handed over to federal investigators. Her mother, Bernadine, was willing to work with anyone who would give her answers. "I just want to know what happened to my daughter," she said. "There are people out there who know. They just need the courage to speak up." For now, the truth remains buried beneath layers of silence and unanswered questions. Why would Brittany leave in the middle of the night with nothing but a hoodie and some makeup? Why did Will Gomez show no real concern for her disappearance? Why was her body found miles away, discarded like an afterthought? Brittany's family still waiting, still searching, still fighting for justice. If you have any information on the circumstances surrounding Brittany Tiger's death, please contact the Ada Police Department at 580-332-4466. Someone out there knows the truth, and until that truth is revealed, Brittany's story is far from over. Before we end this case, let's sit back and remember the woman at the heart of it all. She was more than just a name in a report, more than a mystery waiting to be solved. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and above all, a mother whose love knew no limits. She was the kind of person whose smile could brighten even the darkest day, whose laughter was infectious, and whose heart was filled with warmth and kindness. From the time she was a little girl, she had a fire in her spirit, a fierce determination to live fully and love deeply. She was artistic, creative, and saw beauty in the world around her. She was strong, yet gentle, independent, yet deeply devoted to those she loved. She was the kind of person who left an imprint on every soul she met. As a mother, she gave her all. Her children were her greatest joy, and she worked tirelessly to provide for them with a life full of love and security. Every choice she made, every step she took was for them. They were her world. Her life was not always easy, but she faced her struggles with resilience. She believed in second chances, in love, in the possibility of happiness. And for a moment, it seemed she had found it. But then, in the blink of an eye, she was gone. She deserved so much more time, more love, more years to see her children grow. She deserved safety. She deserved truth. Her family still fights for that truth. They hold on to her memory, refusing to let her name fade into silence. Because she was not just a case, she was a woman, a mother, a light in so many lives. And until the day justice is served, her story is not over. This is the case of Brittany Tiger. Now let's get into some theories.
Theories.
Let's get into some theories. Let's get into some theories. Everyone is a suspect until proven guilty. Let's get into some theories. Let's begin detectives. What type of thoughts you thinking? What theories running through your mind? I'm thinking all types of suspicion. Uncover the truth, what we can find. Witness say they saw somebody creeping out the back door. What you think they did it for? That's so crazy, I'm not sure. They found a car, where could she be? Here go another puzzle piece. Research and do your history. It's plenty unsolved mysteries. Everyone is a suspect until proven guilty. Let's get into some theories, yeah. Let's get into some theories. Let's get into some theories. Everyone is a suspect until proven guilty. Let's get into some theories. Let's begin detectives.
You or me?
Good.
As I was researching this case, her sister and her mother, they did an interview, and I was reading it, and it was something her sister said that I think it was so important that sorry that I didn't put in the case. She said that they did not go anywhere without each other. If Brittany went somewhere, Will was always right there. And to me, when a man does that, that's a control.
Yeah.
Why your wife can't go somewhere without you? That means I need to control you. I need to make sure what you said or what you doing is what I agree with.
Mm-hmm. He always has a hold on her.
Yes. So to me, her mom them always call her a firecracker. A firecracker you got a couple times until they pop.
Mm.
So it seemed like to me, they probably got in an argument that day. Because Will's story makes no sense. If the kids are with their bio dad, why are we going to bed early? That is the craziest thing ever. I am not going to bed early if my daughter's with like her grandmother.
You do though, because you're like, I'm so tired. I wanted to go clubbing when you were like, no, I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. It does make sense.
I mean, I'm older, okay? But I'm just saying, like, it's a possibility they didn't go to bed early. But also is a possibility, as you just called me out, that they might went to bed early.
Mm.
But I still don't go to bed early. Even though I said I'm going to bed early.
You go to bed, you just don't go to sleep.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But for him, if they was always, as I'm trying to move this point back, when her sister said they always was attached to the hip, as he rolled in the bed, he feel his wife not there. And you like, okay, where's my wife? You start searching the house and you still can't find her. Her mother live a mile away. You're not going to call her mom like, hey, is Brittany over there?
Right.
Or he didn't do none of that stuff.
Because he knew where she was.
And to me, do I think that guy that people saw him carrying a body probably had something to do with it? Yes, I do.
Of course.
I wonder if they knew each other. I mean, her husband was in jail for a long time. He did robbery. I wonder if they know each other in jail. Because what if they were like on the same block and that's how they knew each other, and he committed this murder and he needed his friend. He like, hey, can you come dispose of this body? He can't be seen leaving the house, so he need his friend. I wonder if the police ever go through the phone records, but it seemed like the police really didn't question this man, because this man went to Oklahoma, and like the police, they did ask him like, why'd you go to Oklahoma? He like, for work. And they're like, what do you do for work? He never answered them. He gave them vague answers. So that's another thing. It's like the police really just didn't pound on this case. It's like they kind of just let it. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not calling them racist or anything, but is it because she wasn't, she was a Native American woman? Do you think that could be a possibility of why they just didn't care about her at all?
It could be. It's like the math ain't mathin'. Mm-hmm. You have somebody who is believed to be the suspect. Mm-hmm. But you're not doing all the right things to interview him, get information. Like, the stuff ain't adding up. It's like, are you following up, or is it like you don't care? Because to me, it doesn't make sense. If you were to go missing at 3 a.m., first thing I'm going to do is try and track your location. Mm-hmm. Now, I know this was a different time.
2018.
But I would contact your family, your friends. I'd be like, where's she at? I would not go out of state to go visit my dad. Mm-hmm. My main priority is to try and find you, try and work with the police, remember what I saw, or what you were wearing, what you were doing, who you were talking to. Like, I would try and get to the bottom of it unless I knew where you were. Mm-hmm. Then I would play dumb and say less is more, because I wouldn't want to get discovered. You did say that he went to jail, and I agree. He could have met that person in jail and just, hey, dude, do me a solid, move this.
Mm-hmm.
But I myself would not be down for that.
I always wonder, like, reading her case and the police could not do, like, they couldn't figure out how she died. I wonder if they got into an argument. Because you remember in the case, they didn't get married one time. They applied for it, they went, they got it, but they did not get married. I wonder what happened in that time period for her to say, or him to say, like, we're not getting married. I wonder if it was a big argument. Was he too controlling? You know, something happened for her to second guess.
Right.
Because that's another thing you got to think about. They wasn't getting married, but she was like, no, like, we're not doing it.
Well, it could have been him too.
But it don't seem like it was him because it seemed like he was trying to move very fast for a reason.
To me, the key point is the hair.
Mm-hmm.
She had grabbed some hair.
Mm-hmm.
We have so much technology. Even in 2018, like, not too long ago, like, we have all the resources. I'm going to say, like, you run that DNA.
Run that DNA. That's I'm sorry. I'm making a shirt that says run that DNA. Or I'm going to get like a flag that says run that DNA.
Because there's no way that she could still have that hair in her hand if it wasn't when she was fighting for her life.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're gone, you're not.
But she clutched it. That's a clutch.
Yes. And so why isn't this solved?
Probably, like, what if it wasn't, like, her husband or the other guy? Because they said it was two people. The neighbor said, yeah, it was two people I saw leaving that household. What if the guy was with his friend? He, like, you know, let's go, like, help this guy out right quick. And his friend could have, like, she could have grabbed his hair, like, something happened where she got a glimpse of it. I don't know, but it seemed like if they run that DNA, the people that her husband was hanging out with probably does have a criminal past. Their DNA probably is in the system. Because it seemed like it, because he was in an AA meeting, because he never said, like, I killed her. He said, like, hey, I helped move the body. The body was actually 15 miles from her house.
But somebody must have told you to move the body, which is the perpetrator.
I wonder why he never snitched.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people have that code, like, especially in prison. They don't talk to pigs. They won't snitch, whatever. But I ain't gonna lie, shoot, if it's my life against yours and I didn't commit the crime, I'm snitching. I'm singing like a bird. I'm sorry, because I didn't do it. Like, I think that's pretty messed up that you're throwing me under the bus and you got away with the crime and I have to do the time. No, screw that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's plenty of evidence. You got the hair. You got the person that you found moving the body. You know, you could interview him and trace it back to the suspect.
I agree with you. I wonder if the police ever, like, really searched that house, like, top to bottom. Because I feel like I couldn't see any, I don't know if people can, like, let me know, because I was trying, because this case is not really, like, popular. It's not, like, a lot of information out there. I think another podcaster did it, but I could not find if they really searched that house, because that house would have told you a lot.
Well, I know, too, they were saying that during that time, there was a law that passed and basically the federal agents had to take over. So did they just not follow up?
They probably did it.
Which that's an issue. Because regardless of who is under the case, they should always try and close and solve these cases. That's what makes me so mad. You have plenty of evidence. You have plenty of people that you can interview and trace it back to. Why isn't it being done?
This case is solvable. It's very solvable. But as we said, in so many cases, the system sucked. The system let her down.
But there's something that we can do about it. And it's put this out there so they can look back into her case and try and solve this.
Get this police on it. Like, tell who, if you're in Oklahoma, which we're kind of not far from Oklahoma, but if you know anything, because it seemed like the people was telling the police, like, hey, we did see this man. Hey, he is saying this stuff. And they are going and telling the police. But also, I feel like it's the police. Because I'm sorry to say this, but did they offer him a deal to say, hey, who told you to get the body and, like, put it here?
Right.
I wonder if they did. He probably said, I ain't telling you, like, I ain't do it. But I wish, like, the police would say, hey, you give us a deal? Like, I don't know if they say no jail time or something. Give him a good deal that he could have snitched. And then we could have got, because they never charged him with murder.
An offer he can't refuse.
But I felt like when they saw that he saw he wasn't going to get trial, he was like, you know what, forget it. But I wonder if the federal, because that's what we dealing with, can go and try to convict him again, because you have proof that a lot of people have seen him do it, and he has went to AA. Because I felt like for him to go to AA and say it in that meeting, it was on his conscience. He needed to let it out.
There's some type of remorse.
So it seemed like, because no offense, he probably pillow talk a couple times. Let's just be honest. A lot of guys pillow talk, and it seemed like he kind of pillow talk and probably told people what happened that day.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody who he pillow talked with or told more information to can come out and really help the police. Not some type of police, the federal, and get them out.
The federal agent.
Yeah, because it's like, that's what we waiting on, really, if you think about it. And it's sorry to say that she has 3 kids that's growing up with no mom.
The only thing that struck me was they found meth in her liver.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, addiction can make you do things that you never thought you would do. So they said that it wasn't enough for an overdose, but it just kind of paints a bad picture, you know? I don't know. I've had a bad experience with people that do drugs. So to me, it's really hard to be a good parent to your children when you're on heavy drugs like that.
Well, her mother said she did do drugs in the past. Her mama did say that, but she said she was not on drugs now.
Oh.
So that's another thing. I mean, I agree with you. Like, you can't be a good parent when you are doing drugs, but it seemed like how her family talk about her, she was a damn good mom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she probably did have that problem, or her new husband seemed like the people he hang out with probably did do it. And she probably got messed up in that lifestyle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why Gomez was able to control her like he did, was because, you know, he always had something that she needed or wanted.
I mean, it seemed like her mom said she had a past, like she did, because we all have a past. We are not perfect. We are not squeaky clean. Even though you say, I didn't do this. You have some history. But to me, what if he did know she had a problem with drugs in the past and he kind of used that against her? Like, what if she, okay, what if, like, they was going to get married and the reason why she probably saw him doing drugs? And he then, like, hey, like, try to convince her, like, I'm not going to do it. And then he probably, like, slid in, like, you go ahead, do it, Never know.
You don't know. I mean, only they know why they didn't work out. And maybe that was a hard hit for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I can't have you, no one else can, type thing.
Yeah, because they did move super fast. I'm like, not gonna lie, guys. They're like a lesbian relationship, how fast they move. Like, you know how they say lesbians move so fast, they move it was like super fast. Like, within a year, they was like married, moved in together.
Yeah.
We wasn't even moving that fast. Like, gosh. This case is solvable. It is so solvable because it's so much evidence. It's so much stuff that the police can do that they're not doing. And that's the sad thing about it, because, like, get off your butt and do something.
Well, we just got to follow up with the proper channels so they can go ahead and do what they need to do.
Like, what agent is this case just sitting on this person's desk? Like, look, open the case. Open it and figure it out, because I feel like one person was seen. Just one person.
Yeah.
What if they found a second person? What if he just hiding because he's scared? What if they found the other person who helped the man?
Well, what if it was the husband?
Mm-hmm. But people say they didn't see him. They saw two other guys. We don't know. We don't know it, but it's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But guys, this is our case. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know who you think killed Britney. Please like, subscribe, and comment on our YouTube channel. And also, we are on all podcast platforms. We are on social media. As I said at the beginning of this case, I did a true crime 1 minute that the person was actually found. So please look into that case. I will add that information in the description below. I am sorry. I keep going blank on the person's name because I just saw a timer record, so I couldn't get all the information. So please go check it out. I will probably do an update on that case. Please give us a 5-star rating and follow us on all podcast platforms and social medias. And this is Lesbian Detectives. I'm Sierra.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And don't forget, everybody's suspect
till proven innocent.
Bye.
Lesbian Detectives. Unsolved cases. She's still missing. Yeah, they haven't found her yet. Well, let's talk about it.
They say he vanished without a trace. Could it be a psychotic break or a tragic accident? Police don't know where the body went. Unsolved murders, body still missing. That's unheard. Where's the witness? Lesbian detectives, what's going on? City on high alert, this out the norm. He did what, the who? Man, that ain't real, these crimes ain't true. Then come uncover these theories with us. We live right now, tuning in is a must.
Right now, lesbian detective. We about to start the show, so get your popcorn ready to go. Pay attention to the message I present to you, the lesbian detectives.